So this is Doom Dark Ages on my Xbox Series X on a 65-inch TCL Q77K. I just got it last year. It's a hundred. It has 144 hertz, a native 144 hertz panel with VRR. Right now, my Xbox Series X is set to 60 hertz output, and so my TCL has a built-in FPS counter, and as you can see, the FPS counter on my TCL TV is a solid 59.9 hertz. Hold on now. So you see that that is a solid 59.9 hertz, and that does not fluctuate at all. Okay, I just changed the Xbox Series X to 120 hertz output. Okay, so I just changed the Xbox Series X to 120 hertz output, and now my TV's FPS counter is fluctuating. You see that? From 119.7 to 119.9 hertz, and it will just fluctuate like that. Is that a bug? You know, that should be a solid 119.9 hertz. It should not fluctuate like that. Yeah, is that a bug? And just real quick, this is Halo Infinite, okay? On my Xbox Series X on the same TV. Um, and now Halo Infinite has a built-in FPS counter, which you see is 50 FPS right now. It hovers around 52 FPS usually, and then my TV's FPS counter is just all over the place. You see that? Um, so Halo Infinite right now in the settings is set to 60 FPS, and it should be a solid 60 FPS. But you see, it's showing 50 FPS, and then again, my TV's FPS counter should be a solid, 119.9 hertz, but as you see, it's fluctuating. It's all over the place. This is happening. This bug with 120 hertz and VRR. This is happening with every game I have tested so far. So I've tested other games. Like Resident Evil 4, which is 60 FPS. The same thing. My TV's FPS counter, instead of being a solid 119.9 hertz, it fluctuates. And then Halo Infinite is the only game I have that has a built-in FPS counter. It's too bad that Doom Dark Ages on Xbox does not have a built-in FPS counter. It's too bad Resident Evil 4 does not have a built-in FPS counter. I wish all games had a built-in FPS counter, but yeah. So listen. Basically all new TCL TVs are now capable of 120 hertz with VRR, variable refresh rate. So 120 hertz with VRR is now becoming the standard. So there's now a lot of gamers now, with the PS5 or an Xbox Series X, who now have a TV capable of 120 hertz with VRR. And like I said, I've tried Doom Dark Ages, Resident Evil 4, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I am seeing this issue with 120 hertz VRR with 60 FPS. Okay, I am seeing this issue with every game I've tried at 60 FPS at 120 hertz with VRR. So the bug is with VRR. Well, the bug is with 120 hertz with VRR. I don't know if this bug is because of my TCL TV or because of the Xbox Series X, or maybe there's something wrong with FreeSync So Xbox Series X uses FreeSync, and FreeSync was developed by AMD. I don't know if the problem is with FreeSync or with my TV or with the Xbox. But yeah, you guys are the game. You guys are the game developers. You guys need to figure this out and fix this. Yeah, you guys are the professionals. So please look into this. Figure out why this is happening. Why, when I set my Xbox to 120 hertz output, why does my TV's FPS counter fluctuate? And then when I set my when I change my Xbox to 60 hertz, I see a solid 59.9 hertz. And then when I switch my Xbox to 120 hertz, my TV's FPS counter will fluctuate. From 119.7 to 119.9 hertz. And then every game is having issues with the 120 hertz with VRR. Every game I've tested. Halo Infinite is, as you can see, is just totally glitched. And there's stutter too. So Halo Infinite here, 60 FPS at 120 hertz with VRR. As you can see, Halo's built-in FPS counter is 51 FPS. Then my TV's FPS counter just goes all over the place, and there's a lot of stutter. And I have already reported this to Halo Studios. And I will be reporting this to the studio behind Resident Evil, which is Capcom. I'm going to be reporting to Ubisoft about. I'm going to be raising awareness about this on Reddit. I'll be even the guys at Digital Foundry, I'm going to tweet them and let them know about this bug. So yeah, there is a bug, and listen. Basically, all new TV, even the lower end TVs. This is a TCL Q77K. It's 65 inches. I got it for like $380 at Costco last November of 2025. My point is basically all new TVs are now coming with native 144 hertz panel capable of 120 hertz with VRR. In fact, my TCL here is capable of native 288 hertz at 1080p with VRR. So, if you guys would do that, I wish, do that. 288 FPS at 1080p, because my low end TCL here is capable of that. Native 288 hertz at 1080p. My low end $380 65 inch TCL is capable of native 288 hertz at 1080p with VRR. I would love to play a game at 288 FPS at 1080p. With VRR. But anyhow, there's a bug with VRR. VRR is a relatively new technology. And with all new technologies, there's always bugs with the first generation and even the second generation. Usually by the third generation, all the bugs have been worked out. All the kinks have been worked out, usually by the third generation. So 120 hertz with VRR is a relatively new technology. Okay, so I'm not surprised that there is a bug with 120 hertz with VRR. Yeah, it's VRR. Well, 120 hertz VRR. Again, I don't know if my TCL is to blame. I will be letting TCL know about this bug with 120 hertz VRR. I'm going to be raising awareness about this because I want this fixed. Why is my TV's FPS counter fluctuating? When I set my Xbox to 120 hertz, how come my TV's FPS counter starts fluctuating? And then how come when I set my Xbox to 60 hertz, how come my TV's FPS counter does not fluctuate and maintains a solid 59.9 hertz? Okay, yeah, is that a bug? Like, what is that? Can you guys fix that? You guys, the game developers, you guys are the professionals. Please fix this.